What up? What up? Top of the top. Good morning. Good morning. Danielle Walker, Rondell. That's right. It's Friday. How y'all doing? ABG. What's the business, Brody? Anybody get it? JE. That's right. East Flatbush in the building. Salute to the 90s. In the 50s. Jackie Holman. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see y'all. Y'all know it's Friday. Good morning, Jeanette. We at it again, and we made it through the week, y'all. How y'all feeling? I'm feeling good today. I ain't all the way up. I'm cruising. Y'all see I'm starting off smooth. But anybody that listen to me on Friday, y'all know how I do on Friday. Y'all should already know that. But salute to everybody that pulled up. Salute to everybody that, if this your first time listening, you know, For No Fame Live, we cook in the morning. A lot of people try to come in the morning and do what they do, but they ain't gonna do it like me. And I ain't tooting my own horn. I'm gonna give you information, entertainment, a little bit of comedy. But one thing I do is I break it down. Tasha Jordan, good morning. So today we got some things to talk about because I'm not gonna hold y'all. This Friday. It's TGIF. Y'all know what time it is. The weekend coming in. So yeah, some of the topics we got for today. Let's see what we got. It's being said that the Migos are breaking up. I'm gonna be talking about that. Now I will say allegedly, because I don't know if it's fact or not, but this is what's being reported, that the Migos are breaking up. And I'm gonna get into that. I'm also gonna be talking about the David Chappelle attacker and what he was charged with, but actually they said that he had stabbed somebody before that incident. He stabbed a roommate. So yes, he was a weirdo. Cali Fields, what's up? I'm also going to be talking about LebronJames' son, Bronny, and a few other celebrities' children. They went to the prom, and they was getting cooked on Twitter. And the only reason why I'm talking about this, because I was talking about this the other day. This episode right here, I went into a lot of breakdown of blacks and white relationships in Hollywood and how it is a trend. It's been going on for years. And we spoke about how it's all about this. But Bronny chose a snow bunny, but that's his business. That's his preference. I'm just speaking on it because I spoke about this a couple of episodes. So we're going to look into the trend of what's already going on. We're going to look into the trend and we're going to see, is it a psychological thing? And we're going to get into that. Also, I'm going to be talking about how Young Thug has been crying and complaining about inhumane conditions, and the jail has something to say about that. Some people said allegedly, they say Young Thug is losing his mind inside the jail. That's some of the things, the reports I've been seeing. Allegedly, they say he thinking about taking himself out. I don't believe that part, but who knows? Also, they said it's going to be a media shower on May 31st, a media shower, and you'll be able to see it if it happens. Because they like to play games. They'll say something going to happen, then they say it might not. But the whole time they don't want you to watch. But it's supposed to be a media shower on May 31st. These are some of the things taking place. Also, it's been a recall on 14,000 pounds of sausage. And a lot of people, they like sausage, but 14,000 pounds of sausage have been reported with metal in it. as well as other products on the shelf with metal in it, from Skittles to Lifesavers and a few others. So I also spoke on the metal found in Minute Maid a couple months ago. So now we could say this might be a conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. Metal and food. So yeah. Also, it's a weirdo subway groper going around in New York City, but this been going on. A lot of men walking around feeling on women's backside and running. So watch your back. Also, I'm going to be talking about the Buffalo shooting once again. The Buffalo shooting is some things I've seen taking place that I didn't really like what I saw, but we're going to get into it. That's right. Game of Silent, what's up? Cozy, what's up? I see y'all sliding in. Born Majestic, peace to the gods. What's good? Also, Charles Barkley has something to say to the Warriors fans that kept playing with him. You know, they kept trying to troll him. He had something to say to them, and it was kind of funny. So I'm going to be talking about that. But also, they say that websites may be logging your email and passwords without you knowing. So what some people don't understand is sometimes when you get hacked, sometimes you get hacked from these same companies that you trust. So we're going to be talking about that. And it's Friday, TGIF. We got a lot of shit to do. Some people ain't got nothing to do. But either way, we all here. And we're going to get into it. So y'all know what time it is. It's the For No Fame Live, episode 179. And we back at it like we always do about this time. Now, all right. They saying that the Migos might be broken up right now. You know, Migos might be broken up. They say some things going on, but they say that Quavo and Offset are on the outs once again. Y'all remember they got into it a while back when Offset, you know, he first was with CARDI. Remember they did that song Motorsport? And Quavo had Nicki on the track, and him and Nicki got cool, and there was a little smoke around that time between the Migos, and y'all know, y'all remember that. But Quavo and Offset are on the outs again, and you know, this time they saying that the Migos could be done as a group. At least that's what they're saying. This is reported by TMZ once again. Quavo was asked about the trio breaking up. And in his response, he didn't really give a direct response. He was kind of playing around with the media, but they did say that they all basically Offset and Cardi B stopped following them on all platforms, and Quavo stopped following Cardi B and Offset. But Quavo and Takeoff, they doing a new project. They got a new album coming out. Matter of fact, they got a new single out right now. But the name of the album is called Unc and Few, which means uncle and nephew, because some people don't know that Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. See, Quavo and Takeoff, they blood related. Quavo is Takeoff's uncle, and they doing an album called Unc and Few. And basically, Offset is not in that deal. He's not in that deal. So basically, he will not be eating off that project, and he might feel a certain way. But this is what's going on. So Offset is not on the project. And they all unfollowed each other. The only one they said didn't unfollow nobody is Takeoff. But everybody else unfollowed each other. You know what I'm saying? And this happened on all social media platforms. Now, we do know Quavo has been active. We do know since, in my opinion, since Offset got married to Cardi, whatever, got dealing with his dealings with Cardi, he got lazy. He don't focus on his career as much as Quavo and the rest of them do. So maybe that could be a part of it. But it's always about the money. And one thing we know through our history, when you got three individuals splitting up one bag, that money is never going to go right. It's never going to flow. We seen the Fat Boys break up. So I'm saying we seen Wu-Tang break up. Yo, when it comes to them groups, you got to split that money 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 way, all this, then there's always going to be problems. Because somebody going to feel like they do more money than the other person. But that's how it go. What up, Wax Dog? What's up? What's popping? American Links, what's popping? I see y'all pulling up. You know I'm going to get to y'all. You dig? But yeah, whenever that bag got to get split up with more than one person, man, it's always going to be problems. We see that happen a lot of times. Because guess what? It's impossible for 3 grown men to eat off one plate forever. You can't even do that with animals. You can't even do that with dogs. Now, 3 men could start together, but it's not going to last forever. Did we not see the same thing with Rockefeller Records? Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Biggs, the 3 founders of Rockefeller, they ate off the hog for a long time, but after a while, as their lifestyle increased and things change and, you know, marriages and kids come involved, you can't share the same plate. With 3 men can't share one plate. So when I hear about groups breaking up, it's nothing new. That's right. The spirit of Friday. That's right. It's Friday. Yeah. So when I see these dudes breaking up, or if they are broken up, or let me make this clear, it could be a marketing scheme. It could be a marketing scheme, but you notice they haven't been together like that. They have been going separate ways. And in my opinion, since Offset been dealing with CARDI, he has gotten lazy. You know, you see Quavo everywhere doing songs still. He do celebrity basketball. He keeps the brand going. And Takeoff going to be straight because that's his nephew anyway. They family. Yeah, exactly. Offset has 5 kids. Now he probably feel like his family is more priority. That's a fact. And we got to understand what else come with that, Rondell. He got more kids. So if Quavo and his nephew Takeoff are doing an album and Migos, you know, they're not doing a Migos album, that means he's not getting no money off this album. So he might feel a certain way about that. Because like you said, he got kids. So he like, damn, they doing an album without me. I can't get no bread off that. That means no tour for him. That means no, you know what I'm saying? No budget for him. So he might feel a certain way. And yes, he does have kids. And maybe they, you know, if I'm not mistaken, they still live in a bachelor life, Quavo and them. You dig? So you know how that works. Sometimes a married man got to chill at the crib while your homeboys, they still bachelors and single, they're going to run the street. That's what happens. But we know that 3 men cannot eat off one plate forever. So Quavo got a new album with his nephew. So, you know, being that went down, they say that CARDI and Offset feel a certain way and they're not following each other. They stopped following them and Quavo stopped following them back. But this ain't the first time that happened. And a lot of people also say the last album that they came out with was trash. That's what the street's saying. They ain't to say, because one thing we got to remember, what y'all always know, like I said, when they first came out and they was underground and they first coming out dropping the mixtapes, they was hot, they was lit, they had some of their best songs. But you always going to see the same thing. Once they go pop, that's how they destroy these groups. They literally destroy these groups on purpose by making them sing popcorn songs. Once they realize that this up and coming talent has an effect on the hood, and they get the hood in a frenzy, you always see after they get the hood in a frenzy, they make them go pop. And once they make them go pop, they make them cross over and they make their fans turn on them. That's how they do. Yeah, that's a fact. That's right. P from Quality Control could be playing a part too. Then you also got to remember that Offset had beef with lilbaby. lilbaby is signed to Quality Control as well. And him and Offset had real smoke. Y'all remember it was reported that lilbaby got Offset beat up. And they all on the same label. So all this could play a part. That's right, James, that's right. Gangsta Grills too, all of that. Yeah. Back to the Trap, all that Migos first stuff is fire and classic still. You know, with Versace, Hannah Montana, all of that. Yeah, when they first came out, they was on fire. But when they got too big, they started crossing over and they started watering down their sound. But that's how they always do our favorite groups. They make them cross over and they tell them what to do. Tell them what they can do, just like with the Migos. One of the main things they did when they signed that deal, they said they couldn't do mixtapes no more. The label didn't want them to put out no more free music, and that was the Migos' bread and butter, putting out that free music. You dig? So that was part of what they did. But that's what it is. It ain't never gonna stop, because what we know, they always called them the Black Beatles, and even the Beatles broke up. So all groups eventually break up. That's just how it's designed to be. Y'all seen it with Destiny Child. Name them all. Name any 3 people group, you'll see they always break up. You seen New Edition break up. Just name them. It's how it's set up to be. They come out and they handpick the ones they want to deal with. Some of them sell out. Some of them don't. Some of them get lazy. Whatever. Some of them get on drugs. They taught you all that in the 5 Heartbeats, man. show you that groups ain't gonna last forever. But that's how it goes, you know what I'm saying, in the world of entertainment, because it's all about the money. That's right. City Girls time coming soon too. Remember at one point they did say they was having a little friction too. You know how that go. Yeah. All of them eventually come to an end. Other than that, that's the situation with that right there. Now, dealing with the next topic, and it's been trending yesterday, and it's been a lot of jokes. There's been a lot of jokes going on, and it's kind of sad, and it's kind of harsh. But Twitter, Twitter's vicious. You know what I'm saying? You know, Black Twitter's vicious. And one thing about Twitter, Twitter gonna let you know how people feel. So, the other day, little Bronny, this LebronJames' son, he went to his first prom. He went to prom, and this is his date. And a lot of people felt a certain way, and they took the time to try to throw a lot of shots, and they tried to cook this young man. And we're going to get into some of the psychological effects of this. We're going to get into what this is all about, in my opinion, because I told you we spoke about this the other day. For those that don't know, you got to go back to the episode, man. You got to go back to this episode right here, episode 177, and you'll get all the details. But for right now, we're going to get into Bronny and his date. But guess what? He's not the only one. Bronny went on prom date with 3 other of his friends. And one of his friends is right here. And this is the son of Holly Pete Robinson. For those that don't know, back in the day, she was an icon. She was lit. She started out with 21 Jump Street. She started out with Johnny Depp and all of them. She's a star from the 90s. She was considered one of the top Halle Berrys at that time. But this is her son and his date. Also, this is L.A. Reid's son and his date. L.A. Reid, for those that don't know, LaFace Records. Him and Babyface started LaFace Records. He's the one. This is the man that brought you TLC and a whole lot of others. He's the one that started the whole rap movement in Atlanta, giving big deals to people such as Outkast. He also is the one who gave Future the money. He's the one who put Future at a big level. Mr. L.A. Reid. We also heard rumors about L.A. Reid with suspect behavior, but that's him and his wife. And this is his son. So now let's get back to Bronny. Now, don't forget, this is LebronJames and his wife. And salute to LebronJames and his wife. One thing I will salute his wife for too as well. She didn't get no plastic surgeries or nothing. But that's not the point. The point is, little Bronny was getting cooked. And basically, some people would say he's already trained to sell out. And yes, we know about preference. Everybody can have their own preference. But the other day when I was talking about the psychological trauma of not only it's a particular men that don't want to date their own race. I don't know if it's because they're ashamed. I don't know if it's because it's a mind thing. I don't know if it's encouraged. But this is a reality. When I told y'all, really, it's all about this. And you're going to see it's always going to be everything opposite of this. So it's this. And then I will say this too, a lot of times, in my opinion, now I will salute Ice-T because Coco is decent, you know what I'm saying? But that's not my point. The point is, it seems like whenever they do go outside their race, they always get an ugly girl. They're not talking about color. They just always get a a basic a basic, just regular looking chick. But just because of that skin color, they think they got the prize and the trophy. But this is my opinion. Don't get mad. And I don't care if you do. But this is his date. This is how did Pete Robertson date her son and his date. And what is that? Is that an afro? Is that him trying to get, I don't know. I don't understand that cut neither. And this is L.A. Reid's son. So all I be wanting to understand is what is this pattern about? Is this taught? Is this something that has to take place? Or is just a black woman hated that much? Or is it just so many stereotypes around a black woman? Is it because a black woman ain't cool? A black girl ain't cool? I don't know. But my point is, you're gonna keep seeing these same trends because it's been going on for over 50 years. It's been going on for long, ever since Hollywood. This has been going on. So is this part of the program? Is this part of the program? Or is this something that's just a preference? Because this is my thing. LebronJames' son, 2 black parents. This young man right here, he has 2 black parents. This young man right here, he has 2 black parents. But all 3 of them happen to go opposite of who they are. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? When we talk about this thing called race and racism, what is this called? Because I don't know. What is this called right here? That's all I'm saying. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. I don't got the answers. I'm just saying, is this psychological? What is this? When a young man first decides to have a woman, he wants to go outside of his race. Is it because this all they raised around? We know that's not true because we know it's black people with money all over. But the point is, they all been getting cooked on Twitter. All of them. And I'm going to say it is kind of harsh to go hard on them because they are young. But we got to understand that. Let's be real. There's money all over. Don't get it twisted. It's people with melanin all over. They got money too. But it just seemed like it's a trend and a pattern where maybe it's the way they're raised, that when they see images on the TV, or maybe, you know, people like Lil Bronny, when they're growing up and they seeing, you know, black women online fighting and brawling and all this other crazy stuff, and they see Housewives and Love and Hip Hop, maybe they really do think black women are toxic. Who knows? But it's preference. I'm not going to get too much into it because I already went into it, but I only went into this story because, you know, we was just talking about this a couple days ago. We was just talking about it. And like I said, I'm going to say it one more time because I know people get pissed. This is the supreme image right here. Now, you can look at that as a man putting a crown on his woman, or you can look at it also as the man putting a crown on his mother. Either way, it is what it is. It's opposite of this. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm going to tell you this right here. When it comes to all other races, they put the crown on a woman. Period. Don't matter. That's what they do. Whether they agree or not, that's what they do because they know it's about imagery. And this right here is imagery. So it is what it is. So we talk about races and warfare, and we talk about, you know, black people this and black people that. Do every black person see themselves as you or see themselves as being in your shoes? Or, I'll be fair, is it just a money thing? Is it just a money thing? But it's also mighty funny. It seemed to me a lot of these young, you know, these so-called white women, they want to look black. Are they not getting big booties? Are they not getting lip injections? So it's a weird game going on out here. But like I said, man, I'm just getting to it because this has been trending, you know, and they was clowning all of them. And even Robert Griffin III had to come out and say something, because at the end of the day, he has a white wife as well, and that's his business. But he said they need to leave Bronny alone, and I agree with them. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. I'm just looking at different angles of it. Like, is this a mind thing? Is it taught? Like, is it self-hatred, or is it just lust? Or do they really think that these particular women are better? You know, these are just questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging them or nothing. I'm not judging them. I'm just speaking on it because, like I said, I like to talk on topics people don't want to talk about. Yep. He said in Florida, 80% of the black women I see have lace fronts or bonnets. The good ones are taken. That's a fact. Yep. That's right. But my point is this: a lot of time the good ones get taken. That's a fact. Man, we know coming on. People don't. Yo, let me tell you something, man. See, I know about all. Look, man, people don't even know white people wear extensions in their hair too. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Told you, man. I went to barber school, cosmetology school, and all of that. Man, they color their hair. They get add-ons. A lot of y'all don't know that their hair don't be full. Sometimes their hair only come to the back of their neck, and they get extensions to make it come down a little longer. Yes, white women do get extensions and hair pieces, but a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of them, they don't look as much as you think they are. They don't look as good as you think they do without that makeup and them clip-ons. Just being real. Because we know within everybody, we got good and we got bad. Another good point, exactly. They getting them tans. Why do they get tans? Why they don't just let this? Why they go all out to get tans? Are they trying to be other women? Are they trying to be melanated? Because it seems to me like they trying to turn up being melanated to take your man or look appealing. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's a fact. White women wear weaves. If you ain't know that, you asleep. If you ain't know that, you lacking out here. Yeah, they wear wigs too. They wear wigs and they specialize in wearing clip-ons, add-ons to their hair. She looked like she might got one on. That's why a lot of time you'll see that little dip off. See, sometimes it might just come down to the bottom of their face or their jawline or the back of their neck. Like I said, then they add the clip-ons to make it look more long and full. Yes, they do. You dig? But it's no problem with none of that. It all deals with beauty. I'm just saying, for the people that think that these women are so perfect and they the best and they better than any woman on the planet, I'm just letting you know they ain't no different. They just regular. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But that's preference. I'm not here to piss nobody off. That's preference. And it really is preference. And it has none of my business. I'm just talking about it because it was trending news. And we just see a pattern. Like I said, this his parents. This the way he chose to go. You know? You know what I'm saying? Lil Pete, this Holly Pete and her husband Pete. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He used to play football. She was a prominent actor. This is their son. He just chose to go where he went, the way he went. You know, this L.A. Reid and his wife, and this is the direction their son chose to go. And all three of them went to the prom together. So that's why I'm just speaking on it, because these are three different families, three different households, three different successful families, and, you know, their kids went opposite. You know, that's just what it is. I mean, let me be fair. It also goes the same way for these particular white women. I'm pretty sure maybe their parents wanted them to date their own, or maybe they said, go get them, baby, go get that money. Maybe they could have said that. I don't know. They could have said, go get that money. Young Bronny, you need to go get him. Young L.A. Reid, you need to go get him. You know what I'm saying? Or should I say little Pete Robinson, you need to go get him, girl. Little L.A. Reid, you need to go get him. Maybe their parents told them that. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I'm not here to get nobody pissed, but people going to get in their feelings anyway. And that's what people do. So when we talk about this racism stuff and we talk about race, does everybody feel the same way about race? That is the question. Does everybody feel the same way about race? When we feel like, some of us feel like blacks get done dirty, we get dealt the bad hand, we feel like it's, you know, white people against us. Does Bronny feel like that? That's all I'm saying. Do their parents teach them that? Who knows, man? All I'm just saying, man, America's all mixed up anyway. That's why I be telling y'all, man, you can't get too mad and upset out here, man, because people gonna do what they want to do. Everybody got their own opinion, and the world is upside down. That's just what it is. And everybody ain't gonna be your brother. Everybody's not gonna be your sister. When it's time to get on the front lines, everybody is not going. Y'all remember they showed us this in what it was, don't be a menace while drinking your gin and juice in the hood. Do y'all remember that? In the most righteous black man, he was talking all that knowledge, and as soon as he saw that white woman in the backyard, he went to go holler. That's how I go a lot of times, man. A lot of these black dudes, they be talking that black power knowledge. Yeah, man, they want a white woman, man. They capping. Because in America, she is the standard of beauty. She is the standard. She is the one put on a pedestal for all to worship and bow down to. That's my opinion. It is what it is. It's just a thought. That's it. Don't get up. Don't get mad. Anyway, back to episode 179. Where else I begin? Because it's Friday and it is a lot of effery going on. Friday effery, for those that know what I'm talking about. But let's talk about Dave Chappelle, because David Chappelle's attacker, him right here, the weirdo, the one that they broke his arms, the one that had the black fingernails, they say that his attacker allegedly stabbed his roommate and hit him, and they hit him with attempted murder charge for a whole separate incident. His name is Isaiah Lee. For those that don't know, he stabbed his roommate in December at a transitional house. Transitional house. He wasn't in a regular house. He was in a transitional house. And he only got 4 misdemeanors for what happened to Dave Chappelle. Because no, he didn't hurt Dave Chappelle. He didn't get to do nothing to him. But he only got 4 misdemeanors for that. And for those that didn't watch the episode, he actually had a song called Dave Chappelle. He recorded in 2020 on Spotify. So he was a Dave Chappelle stalker. And the reason why he said he attacked Dave Chappelle didn't make no damn sense, because he claims that his grandmother, her neighborhood was getting regentrified. His grandmother was being forced to move. So he got at Dave Chappelle for attention. That's what he said. And it don't make no sense, because we know for a fact he made a song called Dave Chappelle in 2020. He was stalking this man, but he only got 4 misdemeanors. But he is facing attempted murder charges in a separate incident for trying to basically kill his roommate. So we know that this man is a lunatic. I'm gonna ask you again. What do you call a man like this? Do you call a man like this your brother, your family? Or is the world just sick, period? Or people just losing it? That's all I'm saying. These are real questions. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Let me talk about, while we're on this topic, let me talk about this, man. I'm going to talk about the incident that happened in Buffalo. Rest in peace to the victims. Condolences to the people that lost family members. But something I seen on the TV once again that I didn't like kind of pissed me off. I ain't get mad, but I was like, man, it's just shake. When I get pissed off, it's just shaking my head. That's it. I'm just like, this don't make no sense. I saw the news, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all saw it, and it was showing all these black people on TV crying, and I seen older men still asking, why is this happening? I'm scared. The man was like, I'm scared. My kids are scared. And remember, we spoke about these fear factors and all of that. And I'm gonna be real. When I saw a lot of these people on TV, the way they was crying and carrying and on, and sounded like they was preaching when they was talking, I was just like, man, this looked like Man, I'm gonna say it looked to me like it was like slaves with new clothes on, like it was slaves in a new world. It looked like a people still of fear in a new world. It looked like the Martin Luther King era with just new clothes on, up to date. The same thing. People was crying and saying, why they doing this to us? It's not fair. And I'm scared. My family's scared. And I'm like, man, when people gonna stop being scared and just get mad? And I ain't saying get mad with hate and anger. I'm talking about get mad like we ain't going for this no more. And start standing up. And we're going to go to these people. We're going to go to these authorities, and we're going to make sure they put certain laws in place. We're going to make sure they put, you understand what I'm saying? Instead of getting crying and sad and scared, why not get mad? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not talking about getting mad with hate and malice. I'm talking about getting mad and want to, handle stuff. Like, y'all got children. Some of y'all got children, y'all got family. That's like if your child came home and said somebody smacked them in the face. Said another grown-up smacked them. Another grown-up took something from them. What you gonna do? You gonna get mad. You ain't gonna get sad. You gonna get mad. You gonna say, what? Who put their hands on my child? You gonna be ready to go outside. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're not gonna go outside and kill the person that smacked your child, but you're gonna be mad. You're gonna go outside, you're gonna want some answers. That's all I'm saying. When we gonna get mad and get these answers instead of keep crying and scared and fearful? When they gonna stop doing this to us? See, they don't respect that. This is what we do. And it was sad to see it, because I started thinking about the 60s and I started thinking about when we was getting hit in the head with Billy Club. Like, they were saying the same thing back then. Then I was thinking about when back then when they were saying, just give us free. Just give us freedom. Please leave us, let us be. I'm like, man, in 2022, we still say the same thing. But I'm gonna say it again. If you put your hands on other people, they ain't going for that. They ain't going for it. So it's like, and don't get me wrong, these were older people, and it was some young people crying. A little boy had his hands on his face. He was so busy crying, he didn't want to show his face. They was like, see, look at my little son. He's scared. He can't sleep at night. And I'm like, see, we just spoke about the trauma. I just went into all of this the past couple episodes, and I'm showing you how the trauma works. That trauma would traumatize that little boy for the rest of his life. And he's going to have fear of who? Wherever he go, he sees certain people, he's going to be scared. Because that's how it's designed to be. It's called superiority, and you're inferior. You're nobody. You're lesser than. You're weak. So when I see a group of people coming together, crying and complaining, my point is, when you go cry to the people that smacked you, they ain't gonna feel sorry for you. Now, when you come and crying, but it's not that. I'm not talking about the incident. I have to clarify this. I'm talking about the imagery of the after effects. Yeah, it was a time when people got mad and they stood up. But they call that black supremacy. They said Malcolm X was a racist. Y'all saw the movie when the cops beat that man up for no reason. What he do? Go to that precinct 1,000 deep and post it up? They ain't do nothing. They ain't violate, but they posted up, organized, let you know we got a team. So that's why I said where Farrakhan and the man, where all these black power people at, where the team at. Every city across America got a Nation of Islam temple. A lot of them got the new Black Panther temple. I'm not just putting it all on them. I'm just saying you're not going to see no images of power. You see, when Malcolm X was doing that back in the day, when them people got beat on, he was trying to show power. Like, you need to stop what y'all doing, and you need to start respecting people because we got power over here. Acknowledge this power. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's one thing when you're showing power, and it's one thing when you're showing weakness. It has nothing to do with hate. It has nothing to do with reacting. It has nothing to do with starting a war. It got to do with showing power and structure, because they're scared of power and structure. But when they show you images of people crying and whining and complaining why they keep hitting us upside our head, why they keep killing us like this, they don't respect that, and they keep doing it again and again and again, because they know you're not war ready. They know you're not gonna go hard for your people. You're not gonna go hard to stand on no principle. That's what they want you to do. Keep crying and complaining. So I'm not getting on the people. What happened was foul. But when I see When I see Moneybag Joe get at the media conference, he talking about the woman she just wanted to get some strawberries for a strawberry shortcake. I know that man playing around. He don't take it serious because he don't see no power. You get it? They think it's a joke. And guess what? Man, it's gonna happen again. I also saw the story yesterday that happened in Texas where a little white boy whipped another child with a whip and scared the shit out the little boy. Pardon me. The little boy went to go tell his family. His family came outside. The little white boy that whipped him with the whip, his dad came outside. And when a black people family came outside to confront the little boy, the white man busted a shot in the ear and told him back up. And then the police came, and guess what? The little boy ain't getting no trouble or nothing. And this little young boy, they say was like 9 years old, whipped another child with a whip. And then his father pulled up and held him down like, you ain't gonna do nothing to my son. You see, this will go on. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what goes on. All over. It's gonna be, this is what it is. So when I hear about a 9-year-old boy whipping another child with a whip, not a belt, a whip. That means his parents taught that to him and gave him that whip. And then his father held him down. Like I said, if somebody touch your child, what you gonna do? You gonna come outside, right? Well, when this child parents came outside, the other father busted a shot and said, back up, you ain't doing nothing to my son. See that? Now let's just reverse that. Do we move like that? That's all I'm saying. Do we move like that? A lot of people do. If somebody, like I said, somebody touch your child, I know for a fact you're gonna bang. You're gonna put in work. You're gonna confront the issue. You ain't gonna tolerate it. But as a whole, when we get violated, nobody step up. All they're gonna do is march and say Black Lives Matter, and they'll come to find out that was a fraud. So I'm just saying. And remember, we gotta. Oh, this is another thing I want to speak on that we didn't understand, that we got to speak on too. Remember this. This is the key thing to that. This is the key thing to that whole Black Lives Matter thing. Now, remember, they was acting like savages and wilding out. So do you know what that actually meant? That actually meant that they didn't have no structure. So what was they able to say they was doing? Oh, those are looters. Those are looters, meaning they are a joke. They're not even serious about what they stand on because they out here robbing and stealing. You see, I'm going to show you the techniques they use to slander organizations to say you're a joke. Now, if the Black Lives Matter was marching and structured and militant and not breaking in stores and posted up, being serious, saying let's address these issues and not writing it on the ground and with paint and all this clown shit, knocking over statues, they would have took them serious. But being that they did all these shenanigans, they was able to say they just another bogus ass group. They ain't about that life. They want to bang on statues and bang on stores. They ain't about that life. But I try to tell you, when you show structure and militancy and you ain't got to do nothing to nobody, they know you ain't playing. Or they going to at least assume you ain't playing. You could be straight pump faking. You can have 1,000 people march. They ain't got no gun. They ain't going to do nothing. But they just look so serious, man. They know not. They like, yo, we don't know what type of time they on. Let us listen to what they got to say. But when you seen Black Lives Matter, all that, when you go to history, that's going to be what Black Lives Matter was. A bogus scam group that was out here breaking up property. They wasn't never serious. And yes, we know all the details behind them, but who control them and what they really was about. I'm just saying they was able to portray them as a bunch of fools breaking into stuff, and they wasn't about that life. And what else happened, y'all? Since all that marching and killing, all that Black Lives Matter, what happened? Blacks are still getting killed. And once again, where are they at now? Did they go to Buffalo? And if they did go to Buffalo, what was they going to do? Just pump their fist, say black, that's it. Wasn't going to show no discipline, no militancy, no structure. See? People don't care how many guns you got. Of course, they know everybody in the hood got guns, but they're not scared because they know the hood don't have no structure. Do you get it now? They already know they'll never all come together. They too busy fighting each other. They'll never be able to come against us. Dumb niggas. That's how they look at it. Because everybody's on all different pages. No structure as a whole. So therefore, you ain't a threat. And they don't care if you got ghost guns, choppers, grenade launchers. They don't care because they know you're not structured. You're not militant, disciplined. Get it? Why they don't want no smoke with overseas? Y'all know the number one spots overseas they don't want no smoke with. And why is that? Because they see when they be marching in them streets, they be disciplined. You know them people overseas I'm talking about, when they march, they be kicking in the air, they be kicking, marching, kicking, walking, and they be deep in the street. They don't want no smoke with them. You know why? Because they disciplined. See? People are scared of you when you're disciplined, not when you're wilding out. People are scared of you when you're quiet, not when you're running your mouth. That's what people don't understand. And that's why people always lose the battle, because they always talking, crying, and screaming and making and just saying a whole bunch of stuff instead of getting mad and shutting up. See, when you get mad and you shut up, that's when they get scared. Man, these are formulas, man. This is how it works, man. I'm telling you. This is my opinion. The media said racism was over when Trump lost and Biden got inaugurated. Joe said joy cometh in the morning, and black people fell for it. The same people that were standing up at the podium crying, talking about why they doing this to us. Exactly. There you go. Because they still looking for somebody to save them and looking for a leader, instead of saying, you know what, we tired of this. We about to, you dig? We basically, I'm going to say, reverse of what happened at the Capitol. See? If that was another set of people, they would have been scared to death. Scared to death. Even if it was just a whole bunch of people lined up outside that building and didn't even try to go in there and do nothing, and wild out. If just a whole bunch of people stood in front of that building, disciplined as one unit, they would have been scared to death and say, how can we help you, please? We don't want no problems. See that? That's why I say a lot of people don't understand what's really going on in this world. They don't understand. They actually want you to riot and loot. They want you to spaz out and burn your whole hood down. So they can say, you know what? Look at those animals. They're still a joke. And we got insurance on everything they burnt down. We're still going to get paid. And then when we get everything together, we're going to do it again. Man, all you got to do is study history. What the hell y'all going to study? You hear about the Detroit riots, the Watts riots? Every major city had a riot. Chicago, California, everywhere. Say nothing new. People getting violated. Always starting over something. What happened? Next thing you know, do the same thing again. Because there's no structure. There's no formula, there's no format, and no leadership. No serious leadership. You understand that? And I'm not promoting nothing. I'm just saying it's what it is. When you're not organized, people take you as a joke. And when you're an organization that don't stand on nothing, you just run your mouth, they take you as a joke still too. That's it. And I told you, you could be organized with no weaponry, not one gun on you, and they'll be scared to death because you're on the same accord. So that's what people like Malcolm X was showing back in the day when the police officers was beating up on people. They'll go to the precinct 500 deep and just stand outside posted for hours, don't move. Discipline. Had them niggas shook. And that's why he showed you, all I got to do is point my finger this one way and everybody trained to go. TTG, ready. That's what they scared of, not guns. Told you, man. But you think because you got 100-round clips and all that, and you gang, whatever. They ain't scared of that. They make the guns. So the man that make the guns ain't scared of you with the gun. They make them. Niggas don't understand that. They make the Glocks. They make the Smith & Wesson. They make the Ruger. Every gun you love, they're the ones who make it. They got a whole bunch of them. And they got tanks, rocket launchers, drones that shoot you up. They ain't scared of you. But guess what they scared of? Organization, discipline, one accord. That's what they scared of. So that's why I say a lot of people got to understand the game and the game that's being played, right? And hey, look, man, that's America. That's what it is. And it ain't gonna stop no time soon. So all you gotta do is get ready for you get ready for the next weather forecast. Well, you get ready for the next forecast. Because hey, summer just starting. This how I go. So that's all I'm gonna say, man. It's my opinion too. So don't take my word for it. Now we got to get into some of this, and this is a conspiracy, in my opinion. Because conspiracy, you know, y'all know the companies that make sausages. Well, long story short, 14,000 pounds of sausages was recalled because of chunks of metal found in these sausages. Now, also, this report didn't say what kind of sausage. They didn't say Johnsonville. They didn't say no brand. But 14,000 pounds are on the shelf somewhere, maybe at a hood near you, with chunks of metal in it. But what people didn't understand is last week, the same thing just happened with Skittles, Lifesavers, and Starburst gummies. Metal found in all of those products, and they're on the shelf. I gave a report months ago. I did a story on scrap metal found in Minute Maid juice, and I spoke about who was the #1 drinkers of Minute Maid juice, and where is Minute Maid juice mainly found at? Is it not always for the two for this, two for that, or is that not the #1 drink in the hood? The extra sweet drink that give you damn diabetes when you grow up. But Minute Maid has scrap metal in it. Now it's report of sausages with scrap metal in it. No, chunks of metal. And they said it was metal found in Skittles, Lifesavers, and Starburst gummies last week. Now, this is a conspiracy. Yes, it is. Because how is metal getting found in the food? Oh, and just so happened, it's found in a lot of that candy that your kids love. Because they know you love to give your kids that candy. But now metal is being found in these products on the shelf. So what is this about? Now, this is what you call a conspiracy. This is something that's blatantly outright. Scrap metal in food and metal chunks in sausages. That's why I told, did I not tell you the other day it's a whole nother warfare? Did I not the other day say some of these companies make the candies that your kid eat? Did I not say that the other day for those that rock with me? I told you I speak facts. I know what I be talking about. The people you think gonna take you out, man, they ain't gonna take you out with how you think. They're gonna do it other ways. I told you this. Man, these candy companies, you don't know who own these companies. But these are some of the people that hate your ass. And they want to attack your kids, and they put shit in candy and drinks. That sweet shit, that nice, pretty package. That's the stuff that be killing you. That's the stuff I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all know I just said this the other day. I told you. Some of these companies you deal with every day is the main ones that don't like you. That's why in your hood, it's a Family Dollar and a Dollar General. It ain't in other people's hood, it's in your hood. And some of them products on them shelves be tainted. I'm telling you. Now I know what I be talking about, because guess what? This been going on for years. I just been studying it for years. I remember when I was a teenager, they used to tell us, when I was a kid, they used to tell us some of this stuff. We thought they was capping. We didn't believe that stuff. It's true. The people that you think got love for you, or should I say, the main people that are racist, the main people that want your ass out of here, man, they got on suit and ties, and they got companies now, and you buy products for them every fucking day. But you keep thinking it's a man with a white suit. No. So when we see metal found in candy, food, who you think is putting this food out there? And you ever notice this? They never know before I leave the factory. They don't call a recall till it's been on the shelf for a couple of days first. Then they call a recall. You ain't never noticed that pattern with the E. coli, salmonella poisoning? They let it sit on the shelf for a while in the hood near you, and then they do the recall. But y'all supposed to know that before it go out. I could have sworn all these places have food inspectors. I could have sworn that. I could have sworn the supermarket had food inspectors. I could have sworn certain things had to be approved by the FDA. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You keep thinking it's white sheets and crosses and burning, and no, it's a whole nother warfare. I told you that. The stuff you love, you just gonna buy it. And you don't even know who owned the company. You don't know how the company was founded. And you spend your money. Not only do you spend your money with them, they take your money and try to poison your ass at the same time. Yeah, it is such thing as food poisoning. But the food is certain food poisoning that don't affect you right off the rip. But 14,000 pounds of sausages are circulating out the country right now with chunks of metal in it. And they also said it's been found in Skittles, Lifesavers, and Starburst gummies. And I already did a report on found in Minute Maid. So let's look at, do our people love Minute Maid? Yes, they do. Do our people eat Starburst? Yes, they do. Do they love gummies? Yes, they do. Do they love Skittles? Yes, they do. And we know all people, all races eat it too. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying these are the things you gotta look at. I was talking about damn non-laters and jawbreakers and Laffy Taffies and all of that. But even the other candy is to get to your peoples. And we already know for a fact candy destroys our teeth anyway. That's why most of us, our teeth start going bad. And as soon as you hit your 20s, your teeth start decaying because you was eating candy since you was a child. And that's how you keep the dentist game going and keep them rich and paid. And you keep getting caps and fillings that keep coming out and falling out. You got to keep going back. That's another hustle too they started. They created that a long time ago. That's right. You know why the babies are popping up with hepatitis? Good point right there. Because of all the acidic, all of the dye. Let's keep it real. Let's talk a little bit of science, right? I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Dark yellow pee is a sign of dirtiness. That is a form of hepatitis. So when your child goes to the bathroom, you keep seeing dark ass pee, it's because it's the stuff they're drinking. 9 times out of 10, high food colored products. Then when they get to a certain age, yes, they have hepatitis. Yes, their liver and kidney doing bad because they've been pissing out toxins their whole life. Mountain Dews, grape soda crushes, all of that. Hawaiian Punch. Why you think when you go to the damn supermarket, especially those who've been to Walmart, they put the big jug of Hawaiian Punch in the front, and you notice something, no matter how much everything goes up, that big Hawaiian Punch always cheap because they know you're going to give it to your kid. And your kid gonna piss out dark ass pee in their children, and their pee supposed to be white and clear or light yellow. No, they're damaging their organs. Blue 33, yellow 30, red 40, and a little bit of acid. This is what breaks them down as children. Children piss is not supposed to be dark yellow. Anytime you see dark yellow pee, that's dirty urine. And that's just a disclaimer. That's my opinion. That's what I've been researching. Well, you know the same way when you got weed in your system, your piss be dark. Same way, any toxins in your body, your urine will be dark. And that's also from a lack of drinking water. So when your children drink so much everything but water, yes, their pee is going to be dark, and yes, they're going to be subject to get hepatitis. All this stuff can be looked up. I'm not sitting here just freestyling. It's just what it is. Your liver is the organ in your body that cleans out all toxins. When your liver gets oversaturated with toxins, that's where hepatitis comes into play. We are masters of putting toxins in our body on a daily basis. And I told you, most of these toxins are in your everyday products that you love. Hostess, Tasty Cakes, Little Debbie's, and everything else that's in the hood near you. Most of that stuff is toxic. Just what it is. And when you try to be healthy, you try to get the right stuff, what happened? Most of that stuff is expensive. Can't afford to buy 100% Welch's grape juice for your kids because the whole gallon is $5, $6, $7. But they know you ain't going to drink that Welch's grape to clean your blood out and clean your children's system out because it costs too much. Just like that and what? Juicy juice. You're going to buy the Hawaiian Punch because it's only $2.50. Man, it's all by design. And I told you, it's at your own risk, at your own will. You ain't going to drink 100% apple juice to clean out. Get it? You're going to drink a fruity ass apple flavored Mountain Dew. And people don't even understand Mountain Dew got caffeine in it. So we don't even understand. We give our kids caffeine. That's children. When I was a young boy, I was drinking caffeine. Didn't even know it's caffeine in them sodas. Do you remember the famous Lipton drinks in your hood, big as hell for $1 that we all love? The lemonade, the pink lemonade, the tropical punch, the brisk, $1, right? But guess what? All them shits got caffeine in it. Then you wonder why your kid go to school turned up and lit, and they trying to say he bad or your child is bad. They don't sit in their chair, they don't listen, they wilding out. No, it's because your kid had a whole 40 of Lipton tea, and that shit had caffeine in it. He went to school, he was turned. That's how they set us up, because we don't read the label. Those go to a hood near you, you go pick up that big ass brisk Lipton for $1, caffeine all in that. And you giving your kid drinking caffeine at 8, 7, 9, 10, 11, they're drinking caffeine. That ain't nothing but a Red Bull for a kid. A big ass Lipton, they gave it to you just for $1. But that little ass healthy drink that you want, man, that shit about $3 and change. Try to buy you a small Ocean Spray. Ocean Spray, the grape crayon and the apple crayon. Watch how much that little Ocean Spray gonna cost you. But what? That big ass Lipton for $1. You ain't get that yet? Big ass Arizona for $1. Because they want you to drink out that aluminum can with that high fructose corn syrup in it. Toxins. Just being real. But a lot of people, yeah, if you ain't know that, them big Liptons got caffeine in it. So I'm trying to tell y'all, right? A lot of time when y'all kids get in trouble in school, it ain't because they bad. It ain't because they slow. It's just because they be turned on some of them juices and candy. They be turned. And they can't sit still, literally. They be turned up in the classroom. Can't pay attention. Wilding out. Ain't that they bad kids or they can't learn? No, it's some of the stuff they be intaking in their body. And all this is by design. I'm trying to tell you, man. And these are the companies, they do it on purpose. They know exactly what the hell they doing. Then if you go to certain neighborhoods, guess what? They ain't gonna have them big ass Liptons for no damn $1. They ain't gonna be in the store. We learned this back in the days with 40s. We learned that what? Only 40s is in the hood, only in the hood. When you go to other neighborhoods, you gotta buy a 6-pack of Budweiser. You couldn't get no 40. And guess what? I seen a nigga drinking a 40 of OE yesterday. I seen a black man drinking a 40 of OE out the bottle yesterday. I said, niggas still drinking 40s. And we knew back then that you only can get a 40 in the hood near you. You couldn't get them in every neighborhood. Certain things is just for your hood. That's why it's all about the zip code. You get it? It's all about that zip code. It's all about what? That zone. See? Let me break down a little bit about zoning. See, people don't know about zoning. You heard about zones and school zone. No, it's a zoning code. Zoning means certain things go in this neighborhood, certain things don't. Zoning means certain things are permissible in this neighborhood, some people ain't. That's what zoning is all about. That's how they break down your city. That's how they break down your hood. That's how they know what zones to send what products to. This is all called economics. I told you. Most of the racism that y'all think, most of the stuff we call racism is really through economics. It's that your hood in this zone got the messed up schools with the messed up books and the tainted products. In this neighborhood, and this is the good zone right here. They get the best of school, the best of store products, because this is about zoning. I'm telling you this. And guess what? That's somebody I learned a couple years ago about zoning. I learned that through working in barbershops. That's what I'm saying. Certain zones you can't put a barbershop at. Why? Because they don't want your traffic coming into their neighborhood. Certain neighborhoods you can't put a church at. See, certain things have to be approved to get put in certain places. Why you think it's a McDonald's every hood near you? Because of your zoning. And you go to certain places, it ain't no McDonald's. It ain't no Burger King. It ain't no KFC. But somehow it's always a KFC, McDonald's, Popeyes, or the hood near you. Am I lying or am I just freestyling? It's just my opinion. All right. It's because of zoning. And it's because of getting your money, taking your dollars. Popeye commercial come on, Popeyes at a hood near you. Burger King come on, Burger King commercial at a hood near you. But it's hard to find at Chipotle's in certain other places. It's a lot of other places like Panera Bread, things like that. From high quality places, it's hard to find them like that. They're in other neighborhoods. See that? For my people that know about Zaxby's and stuff like that. Different neighborhoods. See? Zoning. So this is how they break you down and break down your whole algorithm. We got them in certain zones. We know they go buy this type of product. So now we can do what we want to do with these particular products. And then we'll keep these particular things away from our people. The same way back in the day, the mafia was told they're not supposed to sell dope and drugs, but if they do sell it in the black community. So these people pick up these same formulas. Just like people don't understand the mafia is legit now. They own companies too. But my point is, it's always been a quiet secret is we'll put certain things in their neighborhood to make money off of, but we won't let our kids mess with those stuff. You get it? That's how it works. It's nothing spectacular. It ain't no secret. This is the racism. So that's all I'm saying, right? Let's go. But that's the whole thing. 14,000 pounds of metal found in sausages. Johnsonville, a lot of those, you know, all the brands. And some of y'all do love sausages. But my point is, 14,000 pounds of metal is circulating throughout these sausages, and they might be on the shelf near you, so don't be eating those sausages, especially not for the Memorial Day cookout. Maybe that's what the plan was for. Also, I'm going to say it again. They found chunks of metal in Skittles, Lifesavers, and Starburst gummies. And a couple weeks ago, it was metal dust found in Minute Maid drinks by Coca-Cola. Every day you go to the store, it's not a Coca. Almost every week, you're going to see that Coca-Cola truck pulling up at a hood near you. That's it. But guess what? Same way they make vitamin waters and all of that. Guess what? You ain't going to give your kid vitamin water because it costs too much. You don't want to drink vitamin water because it costs too much, right? So you're going to buy that $1 drink. There you go. But this is all about design, y'all. That's it. And this is news. This just came out recently. This just came out yesterday. Metal found in food over and over and over and over again. So your kid could be somewhere eating a pack of Skittles and just pass out and nobody even know what happened. Maybe this is part of some of these mysterious deaths that have been going on out here. We don't know. So I'm saying that's why it's a conspiracy, because we don't know. A person can eat a pack of Skittles and pass out, choke to death. You don't even know. You thought they had a heart attack. Now they just had some Skittles. But that's what's going on right now. So that's what it is. Also, on a note of real stuff, because you know we're talking that real talk right now. They saying it might be a meteor shower on May 31st. And they say you'll be able to see it in the sky on May 31st. And some people know that it's going to be Memorial Day. Some people don't understand behind every holiday is actually a holy day. It is actually a day that coincides with up above the universe and certain things occur. We also know last week it was a red moon. But my point is this: you was told to read the skies for the answers and the signs, but we know they block the sky out, chemtrail, whatever. We don't watch the sky because we look down. We don't know what's going on anyway. So, but they said it might be a meteor shower on May 31st. And I told you they talked two sides out their mouth. They said it's going to be a meteor shower. Then they said it may not happen. But I always taught the first thing they say, 9 times out of 10, that's the truth. But anyway, a meteor shower is supposed to take place, and thousands of meteors supposed to be dripping from the sky. And they say this has to do with the constellation of Hercules. So for those that know about Hercules, you got an idea where this is going. And then you'll see why a lot of this ritualistic behavior is picking up and is going on. You get it? So that's what they're saying. Meteor shower May 31st, and they say you might be able to see it if you know the right timing. So they didn't say what time is going to happen at, but they say it's possible it's going to be meteor showers on the 31st. Meteors dripping from the sky. And it's got to do with the constellation of Hercules. So this is what's going on. This is what they say. But we know damn well a lot of us don't know how to read the sky. We don't know the North Star from the Eastern Star. We don't know nothing. We don't know the constellation of Orion. We don't know nothing. We don't know how to read the signs of the zodiac, because guess what? Ain't no such thing as zodiac. We don't believe in no zodiac. I don't believe in that stuff. So we don't even know how to read the zodiac. We was looking dead at it. It is what it is. But I do believe in zodiac. I understand it. That's all I'm going to say. And you was taught to read certain things by reading the sky. So if all that was evil and wicked, why does it say that in the scripture of reading the sky? That's my point. And that's my opinion. And it's all alleged. Also, they said websites may be logging your email and passwords without you knowing. So some of these sites we trust might be the same sites that are hacking us. You dig? Don't worry, it's books. You can pick up books. You can Google. You can look this stuff up on how to read the sky. All this stuff is public information, y'all. It ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing spectacular. All this can be researched. I don't know how to read it perfectly, but I know a few things. All this could be researched. You got to remember the key thing. You was taught to go against everything, so therefore a lot of things you didn't look into because you was taught to go against it. That was the trick. They taught you everything was a sin, everything was foul, and you didn't go into it. Anything they wanted to keep you away from back in the day, they just put a skull and crossbone on it and they got you scared. Anything they want to take you away from, they put the boogeyman in your face and scare you away from it. They've been doing that since back in the day. That was the whole science of the Ku Klux Klan. They was the boogeyman. But when they took the sheets off, come to find out, they was their regular everyday people that worked in the supermarket. That was the sheriff, the judge, the lawyer. They was cowards in the daytime, but at night they became the boogeyman putting on them sheets. And their whole purpose of the boogeyman was to scare you away. So we got to remember, even the KKK, they hung and killed a lot of people, but actually they scared more people away than they actually killed. I already went into all of this all week. For those that don't know, you check the previous episodes. Within every episode of entertainment and clowning is jewels within everything. All right. So they saying some of these websites that we trust, they logging into our emails and passwords without us knowing. So now we understand why some of us be getting hacked. And like I said, all this is part of the game. So yeah, certain cards that we use, you do have to put to your phone. You put to your phone, yeah. But certain cards, information, you don't put on your phone. Certain information you don't put on your phone. You dig? Yeah, it is Google Pay, Apple Pay. It is convenient more to have your card. I ain't gonna lie, the other day I went to the store, I forgot my card, I had it on my phone. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say in front, but it's a particular card I had on my phone that I use. You dig? Now a real bank card, I ain't putting on my phone. Not at all. So I'm not a hypocrite. I just understand what's going on. Some things work to your convenience, but some things can go against you. But you should not be having everything tied to one damn account. One email, everything under one damn email, everything under one damn account. That's what you shouldn't do. You separate them. You dig? That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. But some of these people you trust, they selling your information and they hacking your ass. What up, Prom? What up? I see you, Brody. But that's what's going on with some of these websites, man. They hacking us and selling our information. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people got hacked. Guess what? When sometimes people get hacked, they don't be lying sometimes. Sometimes they do be lying, but sometimes people don't get hacked. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. So just be cautious of what you're putting on your phone and on your laptop. It's always good to have a disposable card. You know what I'm saying? A card you just load up for certain things, and that's it. With your main account with your zeros in it, you know what I'm talking about? Your main account with them zeros in it, or you know what I'm saying? You do not put that on your goddamn phone, man. You keep that in the cut, man. Keep that old school. And sometimes you got to keep cash because it's not worth swiping all day, swiping. Keep some cash on you, man. You got to have all three in the new world. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. It's my opinion. I did with all three. Keep cash. Because when you ain't got cash, it's just a habit of having that broke feeling. Yeah, you got money, but when you ain't got it in your pocket, you kind of broke. Because that card don't work in reality, in society, because you basically broke. For that 1 second, you're broke. When you're online and you swiping that card, and everybody online looking at your ass, you looking broke. So you got to have cash. You dig? That's how it work, man. Cash on deck, COD, man. That's right. Credit Karma sell your info. That's right. They sell your info, man. That's right. Sell your info without you knowing. So we go hard to make these passwords, but look, your password is already hacked anyway. How you think? What happens? Does not when authorities want to get at you, do they not break into your account without your? All right, then ain't no such thing as no damn password. That's all cap too. That's it. They be capping. You know what I'm saying? But I think I touched on a lot of the real topics, and I'll get back to some of them. Also, like I said, for my people in New York City, watch out because it's subway gropers going around. And this been going on for a little minute too, of men going around filling on woman booty and running. and they getting bold with it. So watch your backside. There's a lot of pervs running around out here. And most of these pervs are homeless men. Because you know when you're homeless, you ain't getting no woman when you stink. You can't take a shower. You ain't got no house to take them to. You ain't got no money for no hotel. So a lot of these weirdos are homeless people walking around. Homeless. And they groping on women. That's a baby rape. It is a rape. That's a light rape. Those are the same men, if they could get you by yourself, they would rape you, but they so thirsty, they'll just fill your butt and run. See, and once they fill your butt and run, ladies, ain't nothing you can do about it. So you gotta watch your backside. You dig? Pay attention. Also, let's see what else. I think I touched on mostly everything. You're also, this had a lighter note of things. Charles Barkley, right? Charles Barkley, he had to bark on some people. He had to bark on some trolls. He was at the Warriors game, and the Warriors fans was talking records. And Charles Barkley told the Warrior fans, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to hump your mother. But he said the F word. You know what I'm saying? They say he smiled and he laughed it off. But, you know what I'm saying? He was having fun with the trolls because the trolls kept playing around with him. He said, if you don't stop playing with me, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to F your mother. You know what I'm saying? He was talking records. You know, Charles Barkley, he get away with talking records. But I was just like, damn, he got so mad at the trolls. He said he going to go to their house and F their mama. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. And it just brought me to the thing with how these trolls be going too far, but the trolls going to troll. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm trying to tell these trolls is these trolls, y'all really at the last of y'all days, really. Because soon y'all ain't going to be able to troll no more. That's all I'm saying, man. The trolling culture is become played out too. Y'all keep forgetting everything comes to an end. Everything always dies eventually. And the world of trolls is starting to die. The nobodies that sit, that really don't have no voice, that are really nobody, that think their voice matters because they do what they do, you're going to see a lot of that trolling is coming to an end. It's coming to a halt. Because guess what? There's so much real stuff in the world going on like right now. A troll voice means nothing. What a troll doesn't mean nothing, anything. As well as what, you know, even people like myself and people way bigger than this world, they word don't mean nothing. Things about to get so real that a troll, people gonna have more problems on their hand than trolls. That's all I'm saying. So, and a lot of people don't take trolls serious no more neither. See, before a troll used to get people pissed off, but now as a troll, you actually look like you're weird. That's what's going on now. Take it or leave it. But anyway, back to the above topics. Before I get out of here, it's Friday. Y'all already know TGIF episode 179. They saying that the Migos, they saying they broke up. That's what they saying, they broke up. I went into it earlier how a lot of things break up in time, and most of the time, yet alone, two people coming together don't last long. Three people coming together definitely don't last long, because when it's all about the money, you can't split up money three ways all the time. Now remember, when they was younger, they can do that, but now that Offset got a family and dudes get older and got more appetite to spend money and have things, you can't break down a bag with three grown men. Just like I said earlier, it's hard for three grown men to eat off one plate. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We got to go to the buffet, homie. You know what I'm saying? We can't eat off one plate. We've seen all groups in history break up. Name a few. Let's name a group that's still together. All groups break up. You're supposed to, when you see a group get started, all you got to know eventually they're going to break up. So you got to know, just a matter of time. So it's saying that the Migos broke up because Quavo and his nephew, Takeoff, they got a new album coming out called Unc and Few, which stands for Uncle and Nephew, because Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. You dig? And Takeoff is Quavo's nephew. So they're doing their own album, leaving Offset out the picture, meaning they get into a whole separate bag. And I don't know if Offset feel a certain way about it, but Offset and Cardi B stopped following Quavo. And in return, Quavo stopped following Offset and Cardi B. People also are speculating, but they saying that the Migos' last album was straight trash, and they falling off, and they are on Quality Control Records. And I also spoke about earlier how Offset had beef with Lil Baby, and Lil Baby is signed to Quality Control. And it was said that, you know, Baby got Offset beat up before, jacked up and beat up. Now, I don't know if they feel like, you know, Offset is too laid back. He's doing his family thing. But you got to understand, when you're dealing with a group, everybody got to put in work. So Quavo and Takeoff might feel like they putting in work because, you know, Quavo stays active as far as pushing the brand. Maybe he might feel like Offset is a little bit laid back and too much under Cardi B. Maybe Offset could be lazy because he feel like he with Cardi B and she got the bag. He ain't got to do nothing no more. Maybe that could be the case. We don't know. But I know for a fact there was more fire when they came out together and they was underground. Once they get popped, that's how it go. A lot of time they want you to go pop, so y'all break up anyway. Because it's all about influence. How many times have we seen the pattern? We seen almost every artist when they came out the hood, they had the hood in a frenzy. They had a hood going crazy. They become heavy influence, and then they make them go pop. And when they go pop, they lose their influence. And then after that, they break up. A lot of time, you'll see the same story over and over and over again. Like I said earlier, we know for a fact Rockefeller Records was started with Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Big. And as soon as they got to a level, what happened? They broke up. And to this day, Jay-Z and Dame Dash still don't get along. They still don't get along. But when they was on the grind coming up, putting them, you know what I'm saying? When Dame believed in Jay, Jay believed in Dame, and they was working them streets, working them albums. When Jay-Z couldn't get a deal and Dame was pushing, they were pushing each other. They was having the best of times. But you always gonna see the same pattern. Once time go on, people gonna start doing what? Getting in people's ear, whispering in them ears. The serpent start talking in them ears, whispering, and next thing you know, people start changing, having a change of mind and a change of heart, and they start breaking up. And that's how it's designed to be. But let's look at a lot of the white groups. A lot of the white groups still together to this day. Do not a lot of those old white groups still go on tour together, still make a lot of money, still together? Name a few, you can name a whole lot of them. They still together. And they stay together till one of their members die. Y'all ain't noticed that pattern yet, did you? That's how it go. Break them up. Then they not break up the Supremes with Diana Ross. Then they break up Destiny Child. Man, it's all a ritual, a pattern. They're going to always break up these groups. That's what they do. You dig? It's the American way. Makeups to breakups. Keep them beefing. Keep them never coming together. And that's what it's always going to be. Because people always take the bait. They always go for it. Keep them broken up. Now, I will get this one pass. All right? I got to be fair. It might be a publicity stunt for Quavo and, you know, his nephew to sell his album. Let's portray like we broke up. I'm going to get them that pass. But they did say they all unfollow each other as well as Cardi B. And we know they have not all been seen together for a while. So that's what it is. Once again, 3 dudes came out the hood of Atlanta together, made it to success, and now they got problems. But this ain't nothing new. It always happened. You dig? So that's how I go. Also, I spoke about how young Bronny has been trending on Twitter because Black Twitter is vicious, very vicious, slanderous, trolls. They've been trolling young Bronny because of his high school date. For those that don't know, also, you know, LebronJames said he want to play with his son when his son gets into the NBA. I think his son might have 2 more years to get to the NBA. LebronJames said before he retired, he wants to play with his son. And his son has been getting fried and cooked because of his date. This is his parents. Salute to them for still being together. They was together since they was in high school. And I'm pretty sure they don't have a perfect marriage. Yes, LeBron James have been accused of doing certain things, but they understand about the image. And LeBron James, where he's from, he probably don't trust a white woman. Who knows? But this is his son. And it's not, like I said, race is race. It ain't about that. All I'm saying is this promoted to the children? Are these caliber? Is it a mind thing? Is it taught? What is it? Because this couple, Holly Pete Robinson, and her husband Rodney Pete, who was a famous football player for the Lions in his time, he was the Lamar Jackson of his day. He was the Colin Kaepernick of his day as far as black quarterbacks. And she was the star of her day. She was the Halle Berry of her time. But this is her son in his day. And, you know, all three of these, you know, these high school kids went to the prom together. This L.A. Reid and his wife. L.A. Reid, the one that brought you LaFace Records, Babyface, TLC, Outkast, Goody Mob, a whole lot of people. Future, whole lot of people. He's the one that was responsible for the L.A. scene. If I'm not mistaken, even he gave Jermaine Dupri the bag. He also took over Def Jam Records and helped them crumble when they fell at their weakest point. But L.A. Reid and his wife, this is his son and his date. And the only reason why I'm speaking on it because all three of these dates, they went to the same prom. They all go to the same school. They all hang together. And they got a lot of flack on Twitter. So it just made me think, because I told you the other day I was talking about this same topic on this episode of black women being the most hated on the planet, in my opinion. Or I'm not going to just say hate, I'm just going to say dislike. And guess what? Y'all wouldn't believe the backbite I got from this episode. After that episode, people still have stuff to say about the black woman in the comment section. You understand? But all I was getting into of the psychological things, some of the things, okay, men, we was trauma, but a lot of black women went through trauma too. And maybe that's the way they act, the way they act. But that ain't the point. But I was talking about this is the real image that it's supposed to be. Whether that woman right there is your mother or it's your wife, that is supposed to be the image, because every other nation, that's how they conduct their family image. You dig? Whether they believe it, whether it is true or not, this is the image they portray. And that's why their woman is considered the queen of beauty, and she's at the top of the chain. So my point is, when I was showing this, I was just showing that we're trained to do this, everything opposite. And yes, opposites do attract. But my point is, was the parents teaching this to them? That's all I'm saying. Or was it just these kids' preferences because, hey, that's all they had available? Maybe that's all they knew. Or do these kids hate themselves? Or are these kids ashamed of their race? I don't know. These are just questions I'm asking. So like I said, man, America is born to be hypocritical. That's what it is. You'll never figure out America. It's always going to be hypocritical. One hand, people are going to say it's racism. But when you ask these people right here, they're going to say it ain't no such thing as racism because they don't experience it. You dig? Is this racism? Is this racism? Is this racism? See, that's why the whole world is contradicted. That's why the whole America is set up to be contradictive. You dig? They lock you up for stealing, killing, and robbing, but they say allegedly that's how this country was taken. Stealing, killing, and robbing. Hypocritical. Man, that's the American way. Get used to it. Get out your feelings and move on with your life and do what you got to do. You just teach what you got to teach within your own household, because this is what people teach in their household and got nothing to do with what you teach in your household. You dig? That's what this is about. And that's part of my proof and why I always say we ain't never coming together, because we have all different types of thinking. You dig? I don't know if when they get to a certain level of money, this is what they got to do to keep their kids safe. Because maybe they don't want their kid to get dealt with. So maybe their kid has to do this. I don't know. But we see this pattern over and over and over again. Ever since we've been in entertainment, ever since we became successful, we were taught to put certain particular people on our arm. Some people call it selling out. Some people call it just a preference. But this is a reality that's it goes on and will never go on. And we also know a lot of these women, they put a lot of energy into looking like this woman. From the injections and everything else. But I'm not going to go into that because I already went into that in depth in episode 177. And this was touching on what I was already touching on the other day. And that's why I brought it back up. This is not to talk about Lil Bronny and his date. It's not about that. It's about the pattern. And we're trying to understand where do these things actually come from and what is it really all about. You dig? Because when you hear the children of the future, this is what you're looking at. The children of the future. You dig? But they love to look like kids that's in the hood near you. So it is what it is, y'all. All I'm telling you is just live your life. Don't take it so serious. And it's entertainment. Like I said, episode 179. And this is the weirdo that tried to take Dave Chappelle out. You know, the one that had the gun with the knife at the tip that rushed Dave Chappelle on the stage. Well, he only got hit with 4 misdemeanors for that event, and people still don't know how he got in there with that knife. People still don't know how he got on the front row. And like I said, he made a song called Dave Chappelle in 2020, and he was stalking Dave Chappelle. Some people feel like he was an MK Ultra Manchurian Candidate product. We don't know that, but they did say he is being charged with attempted murder because he did stab up his roommate in December. This is what they're saying with this man. But how did this so-called broke man get in a concert? Because remember, he allegedly went to get at Dave Chappelle because he said he wanted to get publicity. He wanted to get attention due to the fact his grandmother was being pushed out of our house due to gentrification. He wanted the attention. What the hell is that? What does that have to do with Dave Chappelle? And how did he get in the front row when all of those celebrities and stars were in the building? Where did he get the money from to get a close-up seat? And how did he get in there with a knife? I don't know. Who cares? But that's what happened. And now they saying, come to find out, he did stab up his roommate in December. So good thing Dave Chappelle did not get stabbed up, and maybe that's why he didn't get no felony with Dave Chappelle. He only got 4 misdemeanors. What if he did would have got a chance to stab Dave Chappelle and his juggler? Maybe that was the plan, but his dumb ass just failed. We don't know. Maybe he was the dummy sent to do it, and he just failed. That's all I'm saying. It's always going to be some things we'll never figure out. That's why some things you got to just let be. That's why it's a saying called live and let die. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. Anyway, I touched on just about everything. If you didn't catch it, you catch the replay. Yes, it's Friday. TGIF. And yeah, it's been a lot of funny stuff happening online. I've been laughing at some of this stuff. It's not going to stop. A lot of weird shit been going on. A lot of funny stuff been going on. A lot of beef, a lot of friction, a lot of people falling. But at the end of the day, it is what it is because it's entertainment. And all you looking at is, in my opinion, you just seeing the end times and you seeing the end. Reason why I say it's the end because it ain't going to get no better no time soon. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Why? Because people are losing their mind. People are losing their mind. Some already lost it. And they say when you take the head, the body go with it. So if the head is already falling, the head is lost, the body going to go with it. It's called a knockout blow. And people are walking around out insane in the membrane, and it's only a matter of time for their body go with it. That's the name of the game. It's not only divide and conquer, people dividing themselves and conquering their own damn self. That's what's going on. So let the bullshit continue, let the shenanigans begin, because I love to be entertained. I love a good laugh. But at the end of the day, look, I'm still going to stay focused on what was really going on. But like I said, some people never know when to get enough. And some people actually think you could prosper from fuck shit, but you can't. If you are a foul individual, if you do foul things and you live messed up and you violate people, in the end, it's nothing gonna go right for you. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Nothing's gonna go right. That's just how it works. Don't take my word for it. You should have listened to LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow. Some of y'all down with the rainbow. Some of y'all love sausages. And I told you, it's metal and sausages right now. So I'm just telling you, man, get mad all you want to. But I ain't the one that's going to take you out. It's a thing called life going to whip your ass. And it's starting this summer. It's actually starting right now. So that's why I said I'm going to enjoy the show. And I'm gonna keep the score. That's about it. Other than that, man, I wish success to everybody. I wish everybody have a good weekend. And I told you, you heard the song. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. And let the trolls troll. Because a lot of these trolls, they're going to troll themselves into a damn hole anyway. You know what I'm saying? I've never in my life seen a troll get nothing accomplished in life, period. I've never in my life seen a troll become successful. So let the trollers troll and let the haters hate. Because we need motivation out here. You dig? So I wish everybody success and good at what they do. But other than that, man, y'all have a good weekend. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Enjoy yourself. Y'all know my slogan, enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Because remember, yesterday they said that black people are the most loneliest, basically miserablest people on the planet, maybe because they don't know how to enjoy themselves no more. They're always mad, always beefing, always killing, slandering, embracing death. Maybe they forgot how to damn enjoy themselves. Or maybe it's just because they hate their life, and maybe because some people just got a lack of money, poor, struggling, and they can't enjoy themselves if they wanted to. But everybody got a phone, and everybody can pay a phone bill, and everybody can get on Wi-Fi. But my point is this: enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Life is short. And some people feel like we're in the last days, so enjoy yourself. And embrace your kids and tell somebody close to you that you love them. You dig? Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have no problem watching everything get destroyed. I have no problem with that. And I told you, you ain't gotta watch no TV or no movies no more, unless you want information. But if you want entertainment, all you gotta do is pay attention to real life. You dig? But most of y'all out here bitter, you're crunchy, salty, mad, fight in the air. Y'all need help. And that's all I'm going to say. But I ain't mad at nobody because I don't waste my time getting mad. It's actually nothing in this world no more that can piss me off or get me mad. I don't get mad. I be chilling too hard. When I get mad, I chill harder. That's it. I know the remedy. I suggest you do the same. But other than that, man, don't take my word for it. You do what you do. Hopefully, you make it. And every day, niggas will be dropping like flies. So don't. I'm telling you. So that's all you got to know. Niggas will be dropping like flies every day. Another one bite the dust. Because life getting real. So when I see the Migos breaking up, man, that's just a sign of the times. When I see young Bronny with his nice little date, man, it's just a sign of the times. So y'all better get used to everything you see is going to be opposite of what you thought was going to be. Everything you love is going to disappear. Everything you love is going to run away from you. I'm talking about the foul people. And yes, I did. I told you last week, some of y'all names I was going to take to the voodoo lady. I just put it on front door and I knocked and left a couple dollars and ran. You dig? And you're going to see some niggas that call themselves my ops. Them niggas are falling right now. And some of them niggas already fell. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got no smoke. That's why I told you that. Man, it's a different warfare. It's a spiritual warfare. Trust me when I tell you, this war being fought will not be contained in the flesh. I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't take my word for it. I'm going to say it again. You just pay attention. With that note, for no fan, episode 179. Yes, we on the grind. Yes, we chilling. Yes, we macking. And we having a ball. And it's Friday. Do something special for yourself. And don't forget, on the 31st, Watch out for that media shower that they say going to take place, because they said you're going to be able to see it. And I bet you any amount of money on May 31st, the sky's going to be blacked out. It's going to be blocked out with whatever. You ain't going to be able to see the sky. I guarantee you that. Just like a lot of people ain't see the red moon the other day. But these are the signs, because we were taught that the signs that happen up above from the heavens are the signs that will play out on the earth. So therefore, when I see red moons, and they call it a red moon, and they also said it was a lot of bloody incidents happening because it's really called a blood moon, I seen bloody things happen on the earth. That's what I saw. When I see a meteor shower, I see meteors falling, that let me know a lot of people about to fall. That's what I see. Don't take my word for it, man. I'm just making up stuff. I might be high and I just woke up. Other than that, man, I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Also, don't forget to check into the catalog, because it's jewels and certain information and some funny things within every episode. I don't care if I did an episode 100 episodes ago. Every episode is something contained within that episode. That's what I do. All right. So when you understand the method to the madness, you'll enjoy the entertainment. And with that note, I'm up out of here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. Don't forget the all notification bell. And you can hit the like if you want to. You can leave a comment if you want to. You can share if you want to. But either way, I'm still going to do what I do. So salute to y'all for holding it down. Sincere Jackson, what's popping, bro? I'm going to run through the chat, and I'm Ghost. You heard? Y'all have a good one.